Let's give a little Knicks update. It's sad. It's so sad. I wanted it to work. You guys wanted it to work. We've already talked about this. Like, it's the end for Kemba Walker in New York for sure. It's happening. Kemba Walker has shut himself down for the duration of this year. The team did not aggressively pursue trading him before the deadline, which means they believe that they are going to get more for him in the summer. And his time in a Knicks uniform is up. Apparently it's a mutual decision, which I get, of course, but damn. Sad ending. It was supposed to be a fairy tale. It was supposed to be, this like amazing, beautiful, touching moment that we never get in the NBA. Like, hometown kid comes back, makes right, reemerges his career. No, but it is not. It is not. I love Kemba, but this was as we've talked about before, this was a bad fit from the beginning. We talked about this on Monday's show. He's not a Tibbs guy. We knew this was never going to work. We knew that this was for optics. We knew his defensive rating is 112.5 on 26 minutes a game. That is, I cannot properly express to you how bad that is. Like, that is really, really, really bottom of the barrel stuff. That's already one strike. That's fully healthy Kemba. And then on the fact, like, his knee's swollen at all times. Like, he's literally having to get drainage, and he's packing his knee up with ice, and apparently he's walking around all, like, quote-unquote uncomfortable, limping in between games. You add those injuries in. Ooh, he was playing, apparently, Ian Begley said he was playing through a lot of pain all season long. Just completely not healthy for the entire stretch. He lied to us. They said he was back healthy. That was a lie. He was inconsistent offensively all year and consistently getting cooked defensively all year as well. Like that. That's why Tibbs was like, yo, you got to go. You cannot be playing any more minutes. And so, to me, it was only a matter of time. Like, if Tibbs could have shut him down for the entire year, he would have. We saw he benched him. It became a thing. And then, of course, like, Kemba shot 28% from the field during his final couple of games. So that's also not good. And now, here's the kicker, which is kind of really, really sad. This is the really sad part. Kemba's not even going to be around the team moving forward. He's a big locker room guy. Young guys loved him. And nope. Apparently, Ian Begley's like, yeah, he's just gonna maybe take some time away from the squad. We might not even see him from here on out. That's sad. Apparently, guys like RJ, Alec Burks, they gravitated to Kemba. His demeanor, his local presence. He's a good dude. High character. RJ Barrett even was like, he's one of the best humans I've ever met. Just sad stuff. But all of that to say, Kemba Walker experience in New York is it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And it might also possibly be a wrap for Tibbs or Guy Tibbs, like we talked about, as everyone is speculating, which we said maybe 6 weeks ago, that the guillotine might fall on someone. And that someone, it looks like, might be him. It was reported Worldwide Wes was secretly blaming Tibbs for his awful, horrible season last week to James Dolan. How did a reporter get that news? Do you wonder? A personal one-on-one conversation getting publicly put out into the headlines. How could that even be possible, you wonder? But Tibbs, like the man of honor that he is, was crickets for a while until he said the following. I talk to Wes all the time. I do not respond to rumors or any of that stuff. I know the drill here. Pause. When he says I know the drill here, it means I've been publicly sullied and guillotined and scapegoated many times before. I know how it is when a team's not performing and they look at me. I know what this is. Just watch your mouth. I've been here before, so I don't worry about any of that stuff. And that's a lie. He 100% is worried that Worldwide Wes is talking smack about him to the owner behind his back. If you're not concerned about that report, if you're a human being in a job and you hear that the guy who tabbed you, picked you, he hand-selected you, that you had this amazing relationship with, and in the headlines it comes out that he is not only not trusting you, he has completely pulled a 180 on you and is blaming all of your lack of organizational success on you to the person who owns said company. If you're not worried about that, man, there's some little screws that aren't quite like screwed in there, because that's something every single human being should be concerned about. Our livelihood, our job security. Unless he's like, yo, I got a 5-year deal. I'm not, whatever. Fire me. I'm all set. I'm 70 years old. How old is Tibbs? Let's look. He's not a kid. 64. Okay, so there's another 3 years left, 67. I'm good until I'm 67 years old. I can ride out this paycheck all the way through. Lots of money to sit on the couch. I'm all good. When the Knicks hired Thibodeau, they preached that he and the front office, led by his former agent, team president Leon Rose, were in lockstep. Doesn't feel like they're in lockstep now, just want to say. I talk to Leon every day, he said. I talk to Wes every day, Thibodeau said. So that doesn't change. This was what he said to Greg Joyce of the New York Post. I don't believe that. Do you guys believe that? All I know is that this is just more news that leads us to the same conclusion with Kemba and with this Worldwide West drama and the Tibbs issues, et cetera, et cetera. Or as my mom would ask me to pronounce correctly, et cetera, et cetera. She won't even hear this because she doesn't listen to the pod, but here you go. The wheels, all of that to say, the wheels have fallen off in New York, and they're just driving on rims. It's just driving on rims for the rest of the season. Sparks fucking flying everywhere. Passersby being like, oh shit, stay away from that car. That's a dangerous fucker. He could be running me off the road at any time. Stay away. Hang on tight, folks. I promise you, with this Knicks shit, there is more to come.